Hello student, welcome to all of you in the next physics lecture. This is the video number 36. Now myself Rajesh Lagat, physics teacher. Now I have to see here the chapter number 5, oscillation, and the next point in that chapter is nothing but a simple pendulum. It's very important. You have to ask these questions like this: define the simple pendulum and show that the pendulum performs the SHM, and also find out the period of pendulum. Then we have to derive this expression for this simple pendulum. Now we have to draw here the diagram for this simple pendulum. Then what is meant by the simple pendulum? The simple pendulum is defined as it is a heavy mass sphere. It is an heavy mass sphere which can be suspended by weightless and inextensible string which is fixed to the rigid support is called as simple pendulum. Now you can understand this pendulum. You know that the pendulum is what? Simple pendulum, the heavy mass sphere which can be suspended by weightless and inextensible string and which is fixed to the rigid support is called as a simple pendulum. Also we have to define here what is meant by the length of pendulum. Then we have to define here the length of pendulum as shown in figure. The distance between the point of suspension and the center of gravity of the bob is called as the length of pendulum. Distance between the center of suspension, that is the point of suspension and the center of the gravity of that bob. That means that bob can be remain its equilibrium position, this position, and this point of suspension. This distance is nothing but the length of pendulum. Now we can displace this pendulum through the small angular displacement, that is the theta, and release it. Then this pendulum can be begins to oscillate on the two sides from its mean position. This pendulum can be begins to oscillate on the two sides from its mean position. That means here, then mean position, then here, then mean position. This like this. This pendulum can be begins to oscillate on the two sides of this mean position. But in this displaced position, there are the two types of the forces which are acting on that bob. And the first force is that the weight mg act vertically downward direction, which is also as shown in figure. Weight mg, which can be the act vertically downward direction. And second one is the tension in the string. In this displaced position, the two types of the forces which can be the act on this bob. First force is that the weight mg, which in act vertically downward direction, and second one is the tension in the string. Now this weight mg, which can be resolved into the two components, that is the mg cos theta along the string and mg sin theta, which is the perpendicular to the string. This weight mg, which can be resolved into two components, mg cos theta and mg sin theta. Mg cos theta is along the string and mg sin theta is the perpendicular to the string. Now this mg cos theta, this component is balanced by the tension in the string. This mg cos theta, this component which can be balanced by the tension in the string, and now remaining unbalanced component mg sin theta, which can be tends to this bob from its original position, tends to regain its original position. That means the function of that component mg sin theta, which can be try to tense the bob to regain its original position. And this is nothing but the restoring force. And this restoring force, which is given by F is equal to minus mg sin theta. Restoring force F is equal to minus mg sin theta. Now this bob can be accelerated towards its mean position, and so that this acceleration can be given by, you know that acceleration is nothing but what? Force upon mass. You also you know that this F is equal to ma. From this A is equal to F by m. You can also this write acceleration is nothing but the force upon mass. Then we know that the value of the force, that is the restoring force, F is equal to minus mg sin theta upon this m. Mm get cancelled and remaining term is only minus g sin theta. Again this theta is very small. Then instead of theta sin theta, we can write simply theta, and therefore acceleration is equal to minus g theta. Again, this angle theta, which is nothing but the arc upon radius, and so that arc, this x, and the distance is L, therefore we can write theta is equal to x upon L. Substituting this value in this above equation, we get acceleration is equal to minus g as it is, and instead of theta we can write x by L. That means acceleration is equal to minus gx upon L, and this equation shows that the acceleration of the bob, acceleration of the simple pendulum, which is directed towards its mean position and directly proportional to its displacement, so that this acceleration of the pendulum, which can be performs the SHM. Above equation shows that the acceleration of the bob, which can be performed the SHM, because these two conditions are satisfied. That's are this acceleration of the pendulum, which can be directed towards its mean position and also directly proportional to its displacement, and so that we can write here acceleration is equal to minus gx upon L, and which shows that this bob perform the SHM. Then this negative sign indicates that here this acceleration and the displacement, they are opposed with each other, so that this negative sign is here. In magnitude form, we can write simply acceleration is equal to, instead of minus, plus gx upon L, and therefore acceleration is equal to plus gx upon L. Again, we have to find out the period of the simple pendulum, and for that purpose we have to write here the period of pendulum is nothing but the 2 pi upon under root acceleration per unit displacement. The period of pendulum is nothing but what? 2 pi upon under root acceleration per unit displacement, so that we can find out here the acceleration per unit displacement, that means gx upon L upon x per unit displacement, that means divided by displacement x, so that x get cancelled, and acceleration per unit displacement is only g upon L, and so that we can find out this formula. The period of the simple pendulum is given by t is equal to 2 pi upon under root acceleration per unit displacement. Substituting this acceleration per unit displacement g upon L, therefore we can write here t is equal to 2 pi upon under root g upon L. Instead of this acceleration per unit displacement, we can write t is equal to 2 pi upon under root g upon L. Then take this side numerator, then t is equal to 2 pi under root, this side take, then we can write here L under root L upon g. Therefore t is equal to 2 pi under root L upon g. This is the expression for the period of pendulum. And also this shows that the period of pendulum depends upon the following factors, that is the length of pendulum, acceleration due to the gravity, and does not depends upon its mass. There are the factors on which the period of the pendulum depends, that is nothing but the length of pendulum and the acceleration due to the gravity, and the mass is the factor on which the period of pendulum does not depends. And this is the very important formula for the numerical also. T is equal to 2 pi under root L upon g, and this is nothing but the expression for the period of simple pendulum. Okay, understand this? We can stop here. Thank you.